Okay, so exercise 6. This one looks a little bit challenging and it will take a couple of steps. So what we might do is we're going to draw the profile from this end here. And I'm going to draw the full rectangle and then start cutting things off, I think. So if we go overall, our rectangle, and grab our dimension tool. So our overall rectangle is 80 high, which is what we've drawn. And it is 120 long. We finish that sketch and then we extrude him. He needs to be 90. So we have our overall rectangle. Now, we need to cut out a little rectangle through here, which I'm going to assume goes all the way through. And then we need to cut off these corners all the way through. And then we need to also cut out a rectangle here and go down. So we can probably do this one here and these and the corners that get cut off at the same time. So let's go create sketch off this face here. I'll grab my rectangle tool. I'm going to draw him in here. And let's dimension him. So he should be 28. It's the size of the rectangle. 15 is the height, which is what it already is. Press enter. And then from here to the corner, it should be 16. So 16, enter. There's my rectangle. Now I could click finish and extrude it and push it back through. But because my other one that's going to cut the corners off here is the same depth, so it's going to go all the way through as well, I can draw it now and include it as well. So I'm just going to draw it. So I'm just going to use my line tool. I'm going to click there and click there. And then I can grab my dimensioning tool and we can figure out where these numbers need to be. So from here to here, on our drawing is 20. And then from here to this corner is the dimension we have, is 80. So this bit here is getting chopped out. Now, you'll notice a couple of things here. If I click finish sketch, I can now choose that or that. But if I click extrude, I can choose that and that. And so I'm going to then push it all the way back through. And it's on cut. I go OK. And there we have that part. So now I need to make a cut from the top or the bottom all the way back through. I'm going to do mine from the top face. So if I click on the top and I hit sketch, I'm going to draw my rectangle. Now, we have to draw our rectangle from this edge back in across that line. So it looks a bit funny, but it's purely because if I rotate this, when I cut that and extrude it, it needs to go down through all of this material too. So let's go back to our top view. If you're not quite sure what I mean, just keep watching the video and it will make sense. So from this corner to this line needs to be 10. And then from here, oh, hello, we're off our line now. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to use a coincident. So these things are called constraints. So these are like the rules. So like we can make lines parallel and equal and things like that. So we're going to choose coincident, which means two things are at the same point. So I'm going to choose coincident. I'm going to choose this corner and then this line. So it's saying the corner of this has to be on that line there. And then I'm going to go back to my dimension tool. So I'm going to say from that corner to that corner has to be 30, which it is. And then from this corner to this corner has to be 30, which it is now. And everything should be nice and locked in now. And we're going to finish that sketch there. And I can choose this rectangle. So let's click the rectangle, extrude. I'm going to select this one as well. I'm going to come all the way down through. And you can see as I go down, it's sort of cutting through more and more as this diagonal comes outwards. Go OK. And we've cut out that whole section. So you can kind of see with lots of different little steps of just drawing rectangles and lines and dimensioning, we can make lots and lots of different shapes.